Thank you for stopping by Grains in Small Places, and today I wanted to show you another dinner idea. And while we were at the grocery store, chicken was on sale, pineapple was on sale, and bacon was on sale. So we decided to use those ingredients to make some delicious chicken kebabs, or chicken skewers, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to show you, we paired it with some jasmine rice, and I wanted to show you our favorite way to make just plain jasmine rice in the Instant Pot or any pressure cooker, and it doesn't come out mushy or anything. It is the perfect recipe, so I'm going to share that with you too. Okay, so today we're actually doubling the recipe, so we're making a little bit extra. So I'm going to give you the recipe how I have it written in my blog, which I'll put a link to that in the description below. But just know that we're doubling it. You can double, triple, or however much you want to make. So the recipe is for 1 cup of dry jasmine rice, not the instant kind, just a good quality jasmine rice. And I'll link below my favorite that we like to use. I just love the texture and taste of it. And then we're going to put 1 cup of water and 1 teaspoon of salt. And again, like I said, we're doubling it in the video here. We mix all that around so that the salt, water, and rice are all incorporated. We just wanted to make sure there was no dry rice on the sides as well. And then this is kind of important. We're going to put the butter in last, and we're not going to mix the butter in with the rest of it. So it's going to be 1 tablespoon of butter, and we just cut it in little pieces here. Then we're going to put the lid on a pressure cooker. And if your pressure cooker doesn't have a rice button, never fear, because this recipe does not use the rice button. I don't like to use the rice button. So we're going to put it on for 3 minutes. And then while that's going, we're going to go ahead and prepare the chicken for the kebabs. So we just wanted to cut these up into about 1-inch cubes or so. Any of the pieces that were a little bit too small to fit on the kebab or the skewer or whatever, we will just keep in a freezer safe container and use it in a recipe for tomorrow or the next day. But we're going to go ahead and cut these up and season them. But now the rice is done, and we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. We're not going to touch it. We're going to let it naturally release, and then I'll show you what we do with it later on. But here we're going to go ahead and season up the chicken. Just mix it all around so that it is seasoned and ready to go for the rest of the ingredients on the skewers. We're going to use probably about a 1/2 tablespoon or so of olive oil. Just drizzle it over the top. You don't have to measure that part. And we're going to put salt and pepper on them, just kind of to taste. And then use about 1/4 teaspoon or so of paprika and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and I just really just sprinkled it on. I'm just guessing how much I put in here. So while we're seasoning up the chicken, we're going to make sure that we preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You could, of course, make this recipe on the grill as well, which we actually originally planned to do, but it was pretty rainy outside today, so we just said, let's just go ahead and make them in the oven. So these we went ahead and made in the oven today. I will also go ahead and put a link in the description box below for these chicken skewers and for the jasmine rice as well. And we're just going to take a baking sheet and just line it with aluminum foil or parchment paper, whatever you prefer. And then this is my cooling rack. I actually use this cooling rack on here because this is the only thing that I have available, but if you have a different rack, you can use that too. But we put that on top so that the kebabs were not just sitting in the juices and more boiling. We wanted them to actually bake or roast, so we put them on top of a cooling rack. So we're going to take the bacon that we have and just cut it in half so that the strips are a little bit smaller so they wrap around the chicken evenly. So we're going to take about 1/2 of each one of these strips, and this is about 1 pound of bacon. And I couldn't believe when we were in a local grocery store that we found bacon for $3.99 a pound. So that was a great deal. I don't know about you, but a lot of bacon I've been seeing can be up to $7 or $15 a pound, or even get less than a pound for that. So $3.99 a pound was a great deal because this bacon was actually really good. We had it another time with breakfast. We had some waffles. I also have a really great waffle recipe. I will link that below too. We make that with spelt flour that we mill ourselves. If you're interested in learning about how to mill flour at home, I have a lot of information about that too because my site is kind of dedicated to fresh milled flour and milling your own grains at home. We'd love to have you stick around and be part of our group here. So go ahead and click subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell so you'll get notifications of whenever I put new content out. And if this is the first time that you've seen my channel, welcome. I love having you here. And then we're actually going to also add pineapple and onion to this. Now, if you had peppers or tomatoes, potatoes, any kind of vegetable that will skewer, that's large enough to skewer up that you like, I'm sure it would be delicious on this. But these are the ingredients we decided to use today. And it paired perfectly with the rice. Now, I would say this probably makes enough to make 4 to 6 skewers or kebabs. We went ahead and had 4 complete kebabs, so we each got one. And then we had a lot of the leftover just plain chicken with some of the other ingredients. We ran out of bacon, so we just stick that on the last little skewer that we have here and bake that alongside, and it all got eaten up. Now, these skewers, I'll see if I can find them on Amazon or something like that so I can link them below, but they're pretty handy to have. They're metal, so they go in the oven. I don't have to soak them beforehand. If you're using wooden skewers, you probably would want to make sure that you soak those beforehand so you don't have any issues. Now this skewer with only the chicken and the onions on here did cook a little bit faster than the other skewers, so the chicken on here was a little bit more well done. So if I did this again, I would probably go ahead and take that one out about 5 minutes before the rest of the skewers. That way they were all cooked perfectly. But the other skewers were so juicy, moist, and delicious. And then we baked the skewers for about 20 minutes and then stuck them up to the top to the broiler for about 1 to 2 minutes on the top rack, just until the bacon was kind of crispy and browned. Okay, so I always say to let the rice naturally release for about 10 minutes, but this time it did release for a little bit longer. And if you can't get to it right away, it's fine. We've left it in here for half an hour before without an issue. So we went ahead and took the lid off. It's completely released on its own at this point in time. And then we're just going to fluff the rice. This is actually a little spoon. I think it might have either come with this or come with rice cooker. I'm not really sure where we got it. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. So we went ahead and fluffed it up. Apparently steamed out our screen. Sorry. But you can see it is not mushy. It is not all just clumped together in one piece. It's just perfectly cooked, perfectly seasoned. It doesn't need anything added to it at this point. It's just ready to go. I hope you enjoyed seeing what we had for dinner today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll have this recipe for the chicken kebabs and the rice, a link in the description box below over at my blog on grainsandsmallplaces.net. These turned out phenomenal, like delicious. I also would think that they would be really good if you wanted to add your own barbecue sauce or teriyaki sauce or anything like that. But they were really good just how they were too. The seasoning was on point. The bacon was delicious and crispy from the broiling at the end. And the pineapple just added that perfectly sweetness but yet sour. And the onions made a great extra flavor. So thank you so much for stopping by Grains and Small Places. Goodbye.